lose control. Lose control. I can't listen to no yes man, no pen pushing no death man. I got my methods to calm down, but all I see is red man, and all I see is old man. All I see is old friends. I pray I never lose myself. I pray I never lose my hands up for no one else but baby Jesus and no one else. All I ever wanted was wealth. All I ever seen was sorrow. Money that I had to borrow. No promises for tomorrow, so I must live for today. I don't know any other way. They gon' hate me. Yeah, they gon' love me. Lose control. They gon' love me. Lose control. What up? Child to a young man, I still remember playing kick the can, walking miles in quicksand, reaching out for another hand. I'm starting to fear God's plan. Because all my hours feel rushed like Jackie Chan, but I'ma let it ride. If I see shit going downhill, I'ma let it slide. I try to catch a wave, but I miss the tide, and I'm losing pride, no, I'm losing self. It hurts inside my mental health. Another blow was fucking dope. Another blow was fucking felt. I'm overheating my mind. Ain't too many who gon' ride for you, die for you. They lie to you. They tell you who they think you need to be while undermining you. I'm tired too. I can't sleep. I watch the clock like I was hired to. Who hired you? Cause you treat me like a job while I admire you. I cry for you. I would have done anything, even die for you. My mind is screwed. You twist my thoughts and pry them loose. I must choose. It's you or me, and somebody got it. I have hatred that consumes my heart. The type of hatred that you never see from the start. The type of hatred that manifests from an innocent soul. The type of hatred that hits the top but never overflows. You can call me the cat that ran astray, or you can call me the dog that was pushed away. Even a lost dog finds a way back home. Even if that place you call home is a place alone, devoid of the foundation to keep your home stable. But every home has a clock concealing a battered table. Yeah. Lose control. Every home has a cloth concealing a battered table. Slay. They gon' hate me. They gon' hate me. They gon' love me. They gon' love me. They gon' hate me. They gon' hate me. They gon' love me. They gon' love me. Damn. Hey, sometimes you gotta lose control out here, man. Wake that ass up. Wake that ass up. Wake that ass up, baby. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell back again with another episode of Wake That Ass Up, where we bring you news, sports, entertainment, and life. Okay, all that good stuff. We bring you all that good stuff on Wake That Ass Up. Every day gonna be something different. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be the same format every time, because we going with the flow. Whatever happened in the world, if it's world breaking news, we gonna talk about it, okay? And that could be world breaking news in sports. It could be world breaking news in politics. It could be world breaking news in music and anything, okay? We waking the fuck up and talking about what the fuck happened yesterday. All right, that's what we doing. All right. So obviously, if you tuned in yesterday, we had a nice little chat about the shutdown. We thought that the government was gonna come back together and get something resolved yesterday, but they didn't. So we on day 2 of the shutdown. So we're going to talk about the implications of that, because now we kind of know why they beefing. We got more information. We know why they can't come to terms. Okay? And when you kind of hear why, if this is true, you might have a better understanding of why they're shut down, and you may agree with it or may not agree with it. But I'll let y'all decide that. Y'all can decide whether y'all agree with the shutdown and all that stuff, because I don't know yet. I don't know. Also, we're going to talk about Charlie and Candance Owens, because Candance Owens going in. She doing some real life detective Sherlock Holmes work. Like, that lady, I'm praying for her, because I feel like she digging into some shit that they don't want you to dig into. They don't want you overly digging into that shit. So I'm interested to see what she says about these new FBI reports that she believed they got wrong when it comes to the assassination or murder of Charlie Kirk. And then on top of that, we're going to talk about life, man. We're going to talk about, what's going on in life right now. And for me, I just feel like a lot of people are just lost in life right now. Like, they don't know where they're going. Like, they ain't really got a path. And I kind of feel like if you're not a visionary or you're not the person that has like visions or makes plans, you gotta find somebody who is. You gotta associate with people who are, because you need a plan. You need a path to go down, and you got to know if there's things you need to recorrect or adjust, and you got to have a something, a vision, a mission, a goal, a passion, a dream. You need something, and I feel like that's lacking right now in America, especially. I feel like a lot of people are just waking up, trying to get through the day, and doing the same thing day after day, and that just ain't gonna cut it. All right, we're gonna start off with the White House. They got some statements about what transpired and what they think is going on with the shutdown. So we're gonna start with that, and then we're gonna get to Candance Owens.
The point where literally anybody can build a
It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I'll tell y'all to start the conversation. I do this for me, so I will respond to the chat, but I'm not gonna overly respond to the chat. I'm on here for me. I like to learn. I like to figure things out. I like to discuss and all that stuff. So I'm gonna respond to who I want to respond to. But at the end of the chat, I will give everybody a shout out. So I'm just letting y'all know, because a lot of y'all disrespectful anyways. Some of y'all cool as shit, but a lot of y'all disrespectful as fuck. So I'm just telling you right now, I ain't one of these streamers acting like I care that all y'all on here and all that. I don't care that you guys are all on here. I really don't. Okay? The people who want to be on here and chat and have a good time, let's chat and have a good time. If you want to be on here talking shit, I just ain't gonna. I'm gonna just let you be you and do you. Okay? Just do you. Just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy yourself. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it, baby.
Knowing how to code. This is base 44.
Enjoy
Special
yourself.
guest with us, the Vice President of the United States. He'll deliver some remarks and take some questions. First, I just want to share remarks.
Let's see what JD talking about.
Democrats in Congress have officially shut down the United States government.
Damn.
House Republicans passed a nonpartisan, clean piece of legislation to extend current government funding until November 21st. But nearly every single Democrat senator voted against this bill. To be clear, this was the exact same bill that Democrats approved 6 short months ago in March, just adjusted for inflation. This is the same kind of clean funding bill that Democrats passed 13 separate times when they held the majority during Joe Biden's administration. So the American people woke up this morning and asked the obvious question: why is the government shut down right now? The answer is pure partisan politics being played by the Democrat Party. The Democrats shut down the government because President Trump and the Republicans will not force American taxpayers to pay for free health care for illegal aliens. America is $37 trillion in debt. We cannot...
Okay, I guess we ain't no $37 trillion in fucking debt. That shit don't exist. Debt only exists if there's someone on the other end to enforce it. We're gonna start with that. And then, hey, listen, I agree with the Republicans on this one. If the reason why they can't come to an agreement is because the Democratic side wants to provide health care and all this other shit to people who don't have citizenship here, hell the fuck no. Hell the fuck no. Nah, no, we can't be doing that. Too many people broke right now in America. The citizens here are struggling. We can't be giving nobody no extra money. Not no people who ain't got no damn citizenship here. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen, y'all gonna have to get by how y'all get by. I ain't saying you gotta get out the country, but you can't be getting no motherfucking health care and shit. Hell nah, people out here ain't got no health care.
Afford to provide taxpayer-funded free health care to illegals who broke the law to enter our country. To put this all into perspective, the Democrats refused to keep the government open over health care to illegal aliens, and now have jeopardized critical health care programs for American citizens instead. The Women, Infants, and Children program, community health center funding, Medicare treatment options, and other health programs are now all at risk because of the Democrats rejecting the clean CR. The most vulnerable in our country are being punished because the Democrats want to prioritize illegals over American citizens. And if Democrats actually cared about health care, they would applaud the actions taken by President Trump just yesterday in the Oval Office. He took a bold and massively popular action to improve our healthcare system. He announced the first agreement with a major pharmaceutical company, Pfizer, to lower drug costs for Americans. This is a historical achievement, long sought by past Democrat presidents, that only President Trump was able to get done.
Okay, well, listen, if the Democrats really are holding up the government because they trying to give a bunch of money to people who don't have citizenship. That's some bullshit. That's some that I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't rock with that at all. Because I can't understand it. We are in a fucking recession. I'm talking ain't nobody got money right now. People broke as shit. People can't get a job. If they can't get a job, the jobs ain't paying shit. Rent is fucking through the roof. Car payments are through the roof. Groceries are through the roof. And you telling me you trying to give money to people who don't have citizenship? I can't rock with that. So if that's the truth, Democrats, y'all gonna have to come to the table and either dispel this narrative or confirm it or something, because we need to know. Because if that's the truth, then a lot of what the MAGA people are saying has been right for a long time. And then I'm gonna have to rethink this whole Democratic Party. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back far to Bill Clinton days, because we know Bill Clinton was on some shady shit. He got caught with Monica Lewinsky and the motherfucking, you know. So we already know Democrats don't they ain't afraid to do some they ain't afraid to do some stuff. So now I need to know. This is what I need to know is, okay, through all these Democratic administrative terms that we've been, well, I've only been alive for, let me see, I've been alive for Bill Clinton. I was alive for the first George Bush, but I was born in 91. So I was alive for the first George Bush, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying. So Bill Clinton, I remember Bill Clinton. I actually shook Bill Clinton's hand. He came to Audubon Middle School when I was in 6th grade. I shook that motherfucking hand. Obama and Biden. That's it. Bill Clinton, Biden. Bill Clinton, Biden, and Obama. Those only motherfuckers, huh? That were Democratic presidents in my lifetime. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go and look. I'm gonna have to go look into these motherfuckers. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and look into today's shit and see what the fuck is going on, because I don't know. Some shit looking a little shady, and I don't know, because this ain't seeming right. If this the case, this ain't seeming right. I don't know. I don't know which party you supposed to root for, because I feel like they not really trying to make America great for real. Like neither party in entirely. They all just fighting.
Also yesterday, while the Democrats were whining about health care for illegal aliens, President Trump signed a powerful executive order to supercharge American AI innovation and unlock cures for pediatric cancer patients in the United States. While President Trump took action to lower drug prices and improve the lives and the care of American children with cancer, again, Democrats are fighting.
Nah, I ain't seen the AI Chuck Schumer video. I might look into that.
The Trump administration is fully committed to lowering healthcare costs.
I ain't seen the AI Chuck Schumer video, but I might look into that. And can you talk about Bill Clinton's morality in the same sentence as Donald Trump's? I guess it depends on who you're talking to. Because I mean, both of them motherfuckers might be on the Epstein list. At the end of the day, both the motherfuckers might be on the Epstein list. So I don't really know. I mean, though there are whispers. There are some flight logs. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know the character of these individuals like that, you know? I could say, hey, because they go on TV and they give speeches and they say this and they say that I understand them, but I can't. I need to sit down and talk to these motherfuckers for real. Like, if they gave me an hour interview with Bill Clinton and Donald Trump, I could come on here and tell y'all exactly what I got that fucking 18th, 13th, a billion cents. I'm telling you. I'll figure it out real quick. I know if they bullshitting right away. I'll look right into their fucking soul. I'll look right into their motherfucking soul and see what the fuck going on. But I gotta meet the people, because I just don't know what's going on for real. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm learning more as I go, but I don't know for real.
in advancing policies that will save American lives. But right now, we need to keep the government open and funded. And individuals and organizations across the political spectrum, across the country, agree with the Trump administration and Republicans. The labor union leader, the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien, sent a very blunt message to Democrats over their destructive antics. He said American workers are not bargaining chips. Senators need to stop screwing around and pass the House-passed clean short-term funding bill. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the world's largest business organization, called to immediately pass the Republican clean CR, saying, quote, shutdowns are harmful to the economy, the American people, and our national security. And even Democrat Senators Cortez Masto and Fetterman acknowledged that their party is betraying the American people with this costly and chaotic Democrat shutdown. Enough is enough. Democrats need to stop
sabotaging everybody?
The country and holding the American people hostage.
Welcome to Wake That Ass Up, baby.
To do their jobs. The American people want the government reopened, and this is proven in a New York Times poll showing that 2 in 3 Americans say the government should not be shut down by the Democrats, even if their absurd demands are not met. The president and Republicans are working very hard to reopen the federal government. The vice president here has been crucial in this effort. We encourage all Americans across the country.
I got you, bro. I'll get into that at the end.
And encourage them to reopen the government. That's what President Trump and the vice president want to do. And with that, I will turn it over to our great vice president, J.D. Vance.
Great.
All right, man. Y'all really want this AI Chuck Schumer video? All right, here we go. Y'all really want this AI Chuck Schumer video? That's what y'all want? I want this motherfucker, huh? I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. Which one is it? Let me know which one. Which one we talking about? Which one is it? This one? What we talking about? Somebody let me know what video I'm supposed to click on. Which one? Top one? This one?
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bull. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters.
Only 4 hours after President Trump met with Democratic congressional leaders at the White House to discuss the looming government shutdown, the commander-in-chief posted an AI-generated video on Truth Social, which mocks Senator Chuck Schumer and Rep. Hakeem Jeffries. The faux footage shows Jeffries depicted with a Democratic Party, all while a traditional Mexican folk song plays in the background.
And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English.
Why they got bro still face with the hat though?
We're just a bunch of woke pieces of, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
Schumer and Jeffries were livid over
Trump. So y'all saying Trump posted that? Hey, Trump the biggest gangster that ever walked this planet. Trump don't get no fuck. Hey, if Trump posted that shit. Hey, you gotta. Hey, you can't say he not entertaining. This motherfucker crazy. He posted that shit. Trump for real? You out here doing that? Trump got time on his hands for real, huh? He really got time on his hands, don't he? All right, let's see what JD Vance talking about now and shit.
Good afternoon to everybody, and good afternoon to everybody who's watching at home. It's a tough act to follow, but let me just say a few things, then I'll take a few questions. Number one, Democrats say that they care a lot about lowering health care costs, and yet, when the president took historic action to work with the drug companies to lower prescription drug prices, the Democrats did nothing to help us. In fact, we would have loved to have the Democrats helping us, but they didn't. They talk about doing something. They don't actually do the hard work of making it happen. What they have done instead is to shut down the government because we won't give billions of dollars to healthcare funding for illegal aliens. That is what has actually happened to the American people who are...
Okay. Billions? With a B? Nah, nigga, nah. Maybe a couple 100,000, nigga. A little pocket change, some shit in the mattress, nigga, some shit like that. But nigga, got billions? We can't do that, y'all. I'm sorry. Listen, we can't rock with that. If the Democrats trying to do that, we gonna have to shut that one down. My nigga, billions? Billions. You know how many Americans struggling right now can't pay their rent? And we trying to give billions to people that, oh, nah. Like I said, we can check in the motherfucking the cookie jar and see we got a couple quarters and shit we can spare. But damn, nigga, billions? Nigga better look in the couch. So, I don't know if that number is right. I'm on the Republican side right now because I ain't giving not no billions. Hell nah. I would give billions to our actual citizens, the people that actually have citizenship here. Yeah, let's give them that we need them billions. But you can't be giving it to no damn non-citizen. Nah, we can't do that. I can't. Nah. I can't do it.
Watching. The reason your government is shut down at this very minute is because, despite the
billions.
fact that the overwhelming majority of congressional Republicans and even a few moderate Democrats supported opening the government, the Chuck Schumer AOC wing of the Democratic Party shut down the government because they said to us, we will open the government, but only if you give billions of dollars of funding for health care for illegal aliens. That's a ridiculous proposition. Let me say two other quick things, and then again, I'll take some questions. Number one, we all understand that Democrats and Republicans have policy disagreements. The Democrats want to do things. Look, when Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries were in here a couple of days ago, they made some suggestions that the president was more than happy to say, yes, let's sit down and talk about how we can solve the health care crisis
from
the Biden administration. But it's one thing to say that we should solve the health care crisis for Americans. It's another thing to say that we're going to shut down the government unless we give the Democrats every single thing that they want, which, as Caroline says, includes giving billions of dollars of taxpayer funding for health care for illegal migrants. That's ridiculous. You don't have policy disagreements that serve as the basis for a government shutdown. Let's have the conversation about how to fix American health care, about how to make health care more accessible. As the president showed, he's more than willing to act on behalf of the American people.
So listen, this is how I look at it. It's this simple to me. If we have all this money, right, that they're fighting over and squabbling over and trying to come to some agreement about, and there are Americans struggling here, a lot of American citizens struggling here, they can come to some fucking resolution where, okay, let's give most of this money to the citizens here and then have some reserve fund for the illegal people here. I'm cool with that. I don't think people should have to struggle and things like that. But at the same time, listen, billions of dollars to only a specific group of people, that's my problem. Fuck no. Hell no. Hell the fuck no. Not the fuck if you just came over here out of nowhere because I understand you need a better life. I fucking get it. But damn, we need a better life here too. What the fuck about us? We all struggling too. Our bills are high as shit. We can't be doing this. Nah, I'm not in agreement with this billions of dollars shit. That's a lot. That's a lot. A couple $100,000, okay. Like I said, some pocket change, some couch change, some cookie jar change, something like that. We can do that. But billions of dollars? Nah. Hell no. Not to dedicate to just these individuals and no one else. I'm on the Republican side on this one, y'all. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm always gonna be split down the middle because I'm a motherfucker who don't even vote. I don't vote because I don't trust none of these motherfuckers, and I don't like being lied to and being played and then knowing because I ain't gonna never trust you again. It's gonna fuck with my soul. So I just try to take it right down the middle as it is, and I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. Hey, on this one, Democrats, y'all lost this battle. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. This got to be the Republicans on this one. You got to rock with the Republicans. We can't be doing this. Not in this time. If this was like 2014 or some shit when America was popping, maybe, bet. Do what you got to do. It was popping. But the shit ain't popping right now. Everybody's struggling in America. Ain't no money out here. We can't be sparing some shit we ain't got to spare. That shit don't make no sense.
People for this very reason. What you don't do is say, unless you do exactly what we want to do as congressional Democrats, we're taking hostage. And the hostage, it turns out, is critical, essential services that the American people need. Caroline talked about some of it.
Don't get me started on healthcare. The biggest scam in America is that there's two scams. The two biggest scams in America are, one, we gotta pay fucking taxes. That's some bullshit. And number two is we gotta pay for healthcare. Get the fuck out of town. How are we the most advanced country in the world and everybody got to pay for healthcare? That don't make no sense to me. There's plenty of countries you can go to and they ain't got to pay for shit. I don't care if you got to wait all day. You shouldn't have to pay for no fucking healthcare. There's so much money. That shit can be easily funded. Take away a couple fucking billion from the damn whatever military department, okay, and give it to healthcare. What the fuck? Don't you want healthy people so they can go to the army at some point? Shit, motherfuckers, they ain't gonna make it healthy to 18. Not in our day and age. Y'all see the obesity rate? Obesity rate high as a motherfucker in America. Shit, you got little 4-year-olds inflated like a motherfucker out here. And I ain't trying to talk shit to the little 4-year-olds, but damn, some of y'all big as a bitch right now. Walking around here. I'm seeing kids big as shit. Okay? They can't go and get no nutrition assistance for free. They can't go get nothing. And then, man, the third one is food. Food's so damn expensive. They ain't got no shot of even being healthy. So what the fuck is we talking about when we talking about giving billions of dollars to motherfuckers when we got all these issues we need to give the money to so we can help our citizens? We deserve, as in America, as American citizens, free motherfucking food. Fuck is you talking about? Free fucking healthcare. Fuck is you talking about? Protection from other nations. Fuck is you talking about? And then I'll pay you as many taxes as you want. Nigga, you can have half my check. If I'm getting all that. You can have half my motherfucking check. Go ahead and take it out. Give me free food, free fucking healthcare, and protection from anything of that then you can have half my check. But if we ain't doing that, we getting scammed, y'all. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking. We getting scammed out here. All we do is pay, and pay, and pay, and pay some more. And then we pay somebody else. And then we pay it's just paying. I don't really see no get back. I just see paying. We just paying. And they just keep telling we in debt. How the fuck we in debt? We just keep paying. Where the fuck the money going? I ain't never seen no business run like America run. Because the money hidden like a motherfucker. Ain't no money in that motherfucking. But they say there's some gold. And ain't no gold in the fucking. Anybody go check to see the gold in there? Because ain't no gold in there. They lying.
Talk about some more. Our troops are not getting paid starting today because of the Chuck Schumer wing of the Democratic Party. We have people who were.
Hey, shout out to Luis paying taxes. He illegal.
Americans who require food assistance who will not get it unless we reopen the government, thanks to Chuck Schumer and his wing of the Democratic Party. We have flood insurance as we start hurricane season in the southeastern part of our country. That flood insurance is going to disappear because of Chuck Schumer.
Yeah, Luis. Yeah, under whose social security number you paying? How you paying taxes? How you doing that? How you doing that? Hey, we appreciate you, but how you doing it though? What scheme you using?
and the far left of the Democratic Party. We need to reopen the government. Let's fix America's problems. Let's work together to solve them. But let's reopen the government before we have our negotiation about healthcare policy. That's what the American people demand, and that's certainly what the President of the United States wants. Let me make one final point.
Okay, I respect that. You paying somehow with a pen on a government website or something? www.wegonpay.com. I'm just fucking around. Hey, but for real though, if you is paying somehow, I that's much respect, cause shit, you know you ain't got to. You know you really ain't got to. But we respect you for doing it because shit, our pockets hurting. But what I want to know is, if you are doing that with no motherfucking social security number, where the fuck is that money going? It's all gonna come back to that. Where the money going? That's what I want to know. Where the money going?
I think a lot of Americans are asking themselves, why did this happen? Why did the Democrats shut down the government despite, as Caroline said, voting on the exact same piece of legislation 6 months ago? And there are a lot of different spins that we can put on it, a lot of different answers that we could give, all of them true. One answer I already gave is that they want to give health care benefits to illegal aliens. That is true. They gave us legislative text that would have undone us cutting off health care benefits for illegal aliens. That's one of the things that they asked for. But the reality here, and let's be honest about the politics, is that Chuck Schumer is terrified certified she's going to get a primary challenge from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. The reason why the American people's government is shut down is because Chuck Schumer is listening to the far-left radicals in his own party because he's terrified of a primary challenge. So I'd invite Chuck Schumer to join the moderate Democrats and 52 Senate Republicans, do the right thing, open up the people's government, and then let's fix healthcare policy for the American people.
I will say this. The reason why I don't trust the politicians is because these motherfuckers do anything to stay. Anything they can. They not trying to lose. They trying to stay for a lifetime. As long as they can fucking stay. As long as they can be a mayor, a governor. As long as they can make decisions, not really take the blame for it, and get a paycheck, and then siphon some money underneath the table, they staying. Because I don't understand how all these fucking politicians are millionaires. Every single one. Every single one of these motherfuckers. All the presidents are millionaires and all this. It's like, come on, man. Listen, y'all motherfuckers should be broke. That should be a prerequisite of being a motherfucking leader. That you can't ever have over a certain amount of money. That's just like so we can trust that you ain't on no shady, sneaky shit. All right? What the hell? You can't be having... No, absolutely not. I don't understand how all these motherfuckers got all this money. I mean, we know what Nancy Pelosi be on. We know what she be on. But it's just like... I just feel like they taking our tax money and just pocketing it and shit. They got another house, a new car, or a new business, or that, and the third. It's just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Mr. Vice President.
That's a lot.
Mr. Vice President, there's two key Democrat lies I would like to get your take on and see if you can address. The first is that you're seeing a number of top Democrat leaders, from Kamala Harris to Chuck Schumer to Hakeem Jeffries, claim that it is a Republican shutdown caused by Trump. The second is that they're out there now claiming that they don't want to give health care to illegal aliens. Can you address both of those lies from the Democrat Party?
Let's see what he gonna say. He got to address these.
Yeah, so on the point that it's a Republican shutdown, look, it's obviously a Democratic shutdown. Just look at the vote totals in the House, look at the vote totals in the Senate, and look at the President of the United States' own action and conduct throughout this crisis. Nearly every single Republican voted to open the government, Matt. Nearly every single Senate Republican voted to open the government last night. And even to their credit, a few moderate Democrats voted to open the government. That's not a Republican shutdown when nearly every single...
Nah, that's a lie. Everyone would not be a snake. I would not be a snake for no fucking millions of dollars. Absolutely fucking not. I think some of y'all really care about money way too fucking much. That's the problem. Y'all really don't care about anything but money. And that's my biggest problem with people, because they act like they got like love for people and love for things. Like, nah, you really only got love for fucking money and yourself for the most. Like, not everyone gives a fuck about money. We understand you need it. It's a tool. It gives you freedom in this country and in other countries and other places. But there's a lot of things way more important than money, like your motherfucking honor, your integrity, respect, trust. I'll take all those things over money. I'm not going to fuck with nobody I don't trust for no amount of money. If I don't trust your integrity, if I don't trust your morals, I ain't going to do no, I don't care how much you offer me. Because at the end of the day, I ain't about to go, me and God going to have some cold conversations, and he ain't about to be saying, hey, nigga, why you fucking with these niggas? No, absolutely not. So not all of us actually care about money, but there are a lot of people who just only care about money. And if you're one of those people, you might want to get your priorities checked, because you're going to be sad at one point. I'm not going to lie. Money literally ain't going to make you happy. It'll make you happy for a little bit, but it ain't going to make you happy long term. So don't be a person consumed by money. Be consumed by a passion. Okay? If you need a lot of money to accomplish passions and goals and dreams and help others and get shit done, okay, go get the money. I'm not saying to not go get the money, but I'm saying don't give up yourself like a lot of these rappers and entertainers for a fucking fame and a dollar and all that shit. Take your time, okay? Be yourself. Love yourself. Don't give up yourself for a piece of paper that they print. All right? At least let the motherfucker give you a gold bar or something. Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory this shit or something. A nigga need a golden ticket. Don't give me no motherfucking piece of paper.
To shut it down, and every Republican voted to open it up. It's just obviously not true. Now, you can disagree about a number of things, but you can't disagree about the obvious fact that Republicans voted to open the government. The president stands ready to sign that opening of the government. We just need a few more Democrats to join us in that effort to open the government. Your final question about illegal alien benefits. Look, the text is very clear, and I even saw, I think it was George Stephanopoulos in an interview with Mike Johnson, did a fact check that was totally rooted in baseless claims. It was basically Democrat propaganda. If you look at the legislative text that they gave us, they tried to turn on two separate provisions that would give health care benefits to illegal aliens. Number one, if you're an American citizen, you've been to a hospital in the last few years, you probably noticed that wait times are especially large, and very often somebody who's there in the emergency room waiting is an illegal alien, very often a person who can't even speak English. Why do those people get health care benefits at hospitals paid for by American citizens? The answer is a decision made by the Biden administration that the Trump administration, working with congressional Republicans, undid. We turned off that money spigot to health care funding for illegal aliens. The Democrats, in their legislative texts, want to turn it back on. That's one thing. The second thing, Matt, is we all know that there are various...
I can't agree with that. I just can't. We can't be doing that. I'm sorry, y'all. We there are too many American citizens, like I said, struggling to be allowing people to be getting health care for nah. Unless you paying a bunch of money in tax, you gotta come out of your pocket. Listen, you gonna have to pay that premium. Fuck the bullshit. You got to pay that premium.
Ways in which the Biden administration waved away illegal immigration status. They gave parolees, they gave asylum claims to people who weren't really claiming asylum. And when they waved the magic wand of amnesty, giving millions of people legal status, even though they were in the country illegally, they also gave those people access to health care benefits.
Wait, Dan, wait. They gave millions of people fucking... What? Boy, we just a nice ass country, ain't we? Ain't no other country doing this shit. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't going to no other country than just with the quickness just getting No, the fuck you not. We the only country that just be really just, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why politics gotta be corrupt. Because they only doing this shit to make some money somehow. Hey, they gotta be. They gotta be.
Democrats are engaging in as a sleight of hand. They're saying, no. Those weren't illegal aliens who were getting health care benefits, even though everybody, knows they were in the country illegally. It's a lie told by the Democrats that they're not trying to give health care benefits to illegal aliens. It's a lie that is obviously untrue if you just look at the text that they gave us, and all you have to do is understand that this is about who benefits.
You know, a lot of people think that in order to conceal carry, you're going to need a tactical belt and a set of jeans. Well, I'm here to tell you.
So who do y'all think this benefits? Because I think this benefits...
We think the American...
Not us Americans. I don't really know what this does for us as a whole, because you got the Republicans saying what they're saying and how this is going to cost so much money and put us more in debt. And I'm like, I don't believe in the debt because that's some bullshit. And then you got the Democrats saying this is going to affect a lot of people here, healthcare cuts, all that. But if the people that are affected aren't actual citizens, then is that really something we want to actually do? So, like, I'm in a position where I'm like, I don't really know what these motherfuckers are trying to get done or what their underlining goal is, but I feel like it's some shit that's very mischievous, and I don't know what they trying to do. Like, what are they trying to do? Like, what are they trying to get done? Like, what is the goal? Like, what's the point of shutting down? I don't understand. I don't know what they're really fighting over. Like, is it really this amount of money? Like, is it that? Or is it like they're saying primaries and people going to lose their jobs and stuff like that? I don't really know.
Government ought to benefit American citizens. The Democrats are willing to shut it down to benefit illegal aliens. The contrast couldn't be more clear. Peter.
Thank you, Vice President Vance. The big holdup is, of course, that you guys say illegal immigrants are getting taxpayer-funded health care. Democrats say you're lying. That makes it feel like it could be a really long shutdown. Is this going to be a long shutdown?
You know, I don't know. I can't predict what congressional Democrats are going to do, Peter, but I actually don't think it's going to be that long of a shutdown. This is a pure guess from the Vice President of the United States, because I think you already saw some evidence that moderate Democrats are cracking a little bit. They understand the fundamental illogic of this. Look, for years, every single one of us, we can remember Barack Obama on the White House lawn. We can remember Chuck Schumer. We can remember, Nancy Pelosi for years. In Chuck Schumer's case, for literally decades, we've heard them say,
man, they be going on Chuck Schumer, huh?
Policy disagreement. Okay, Republicans think this thing about healthcare, that thing about healthcare.
They be going in on Chuck Schumer.
Immigration, Republicans disagree. Whatever those disagreements are, you don't shut down the government over it. For the first time since the Democrats have been in politics, they are now.
Yo, why they really be? Everybody be going in on Chuck Schumer. This motherfucker like the laughest talk of the town right now. They just keep bringing his name up.
Saying that unless we get every policy item that we demand, we're going to shut down the people's government. They're trying to take a hostage, and we're not going to let them.
And the administration announced today that $18 billion bound for New York transportation projects is going to be frozen so it can't go to DEI programs there. But the timing of this, does announcing that today mean that you guys are going to squeeze Chuck Schumer's home state until he blinks?
Look, I haven't talked to Russ about this morning, but look, I'm sure that Russ is heartbroken about the fact that he's unable to give certain things to certain constituencies. We want to do everything that we can to help the American people, but when the Democrats shut down the government, we have to actually do a little triage to make sure the most critical and most essential services are provided. The government does a lot of things. Of course, Republicans think that the federal government probably does too much, but there are a lot of critical things the federal government does that absolutely all of us would agree need to do. Our troops need to get paid. Our air traffic controllers need to make sure that people are flying safely and on time. We need low-income people to be able to access the.
Yeah, during the shutdown, I'm not flying nowhere. I know them TSA motherfuckers moving slow, because if I'm not getting paid and I don't know when I'm getting paid, you mean I'm late. I'm late every day. If I start at 8, I'm there at 8:32. Until I know when my check coming, I can't do that. I need money in hand, baby. I'm sorry.
That are provided by the federal government. There are
I can't show up.
That need to be saved. We're going to do everything that we
my
can
money
over the coming weeks, if the shutdown lasts that long, to ensure that people
y'all better get somebody else in there.
They need, despite the fact that Chuck Schumer has shut down the federal government. It's not going to be perfect because we are in a government shutdown. We are going to have to lay some people off if the shutdown continues. We don't like that. We don't necessarily want to do it, but we're going to do what we have to keep the American people's essential services continuing to run.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, and thank you for being here. Yesterday, President Trump said, as a result of the shutdown, we'll be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they are going to be Democrats. Has the administration asked agencies to target federal workers who they believe to be Democrats in these reductions of forces?
We're not targeting federal agencies based on politics. We're targeting the people's government so that as much as possible of the essential services can continue to function. That is the question the president has asked the entire government, is fundamentally, okay, we're in a shutdown. That causes some problems. The truth
Dougie, my boy!
Do about that while the government is shut down. But there are essential services that we want to make sure as much as possible they still continue to function. That is the principle that's driving us forward during this shutdown.
Dougie, my boy!
That drives us forward. But let's be honest, if this thing drags on for another few days or...
Hey, y'all, I'm just letting y'all know, we're going to do a little mid-break right here. Well, I'm not breaking. I'm just talking to y'all real quick. Everybody on here chatting, I appreciate y'all chatting. Great conversation. I'm going to give everybody a shout-out at the end, okay? Because a lot of y'all motherfuckers chatting, so I can't, it's just a lot going on right now. So I'm reading, and, I'm going to get a lot of thoughts and opinions and all that stuff at the end and make sure I give everybody a shout-out. So if you want a shout-out, you want to hear your name, make sure you join the chat. I'm just letting you know. All right, let's get back to it real quick.
God forbid another few weeks, we are going to have to lay people off. We're going to have to save money in some places so the essential services don't get turned off in other places. That is the reality of the government shutdown that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have foisted upon the administration.
So what did you mean by they're going to be Democrats? He said they're going to be Democrats.
You've laid out a lot of the pain and problems that come with a Democratic shutdown, and yet in the Oval Office yesterday, the president said that a lot of good could come from a shutdown. So square that circle. Which is it, a Democratic-caused crisis or a Republican opportunity for reform?
Well, I think all the president is saying, Phil, is that he wants to make sure the American people's government functions as well as it can, despite the fact that we're in a shutdown. We're going to have to make things work. And that means that we're going to have to triage some certain things. That means certain people are going to have to get laid off. and we're going to try to make sure that the American people suffer as little as possible from this shutdown. That's what the president is saying, is that, yes, this is a bad thing. Obviously, the president is trying to reopen the government, but we're going to make things work as well as we possibly can, given the constraints that we have.
And all those policy differences for the discussion and the negotiations come later. During the Biden administration, Democrats twice voted to expand these Affordable Care Act tax credits, but those were supposed to be temporary, and they were slated to expire at the end of the year. As you sort of crack the door open to negotiation at a later date, would the party that ran on defunding Obamacare really negotiate about potentially expanding Obamacare?
Well, Phil, what we've said to the Democrats is that we're willing to have a conversation.
Why do they hate Obamacare so much? It seems like as soon as Trump got in office, his first thing he wanted to do was get rid of Obamacare. What's so bad about Obamacare? I need some opinions on that, because I feel like that's just what they've been trying to do, and just attack that and get rid of that. Like, that's been a big issue.
About how to ensure that Americans continue to have access to health care, and frankly, they should have access to better health care at a lower cost. We inherited a mess of a health care system from the Biden administration. It's why the president has worked so hard on the most favored nation status for prescription drugs. It's why we care so much about lowering the cost of prescriptions, and why we're doing everything else. We're willing to have that conversation, but I think it's important to bracket the health care policy conversation, because it's separate from the government shutdown. We think that we can open the government and then have the conversation about what best healthcare policy to fit the needs of the American people. That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to accomplish. We've got to reopen the government first. Now, Caroline, I don't know how you do this, how you actually choose people, because I don't know 90% of the names in here. Is it just who's the best dressed? Okay, I really like your shirt. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. You are president of the Senate. Can you talk about what you're doing, what the administration is doing to try to get other Senate Democrats to vote to open the government?
Yeah, we're talking to a number of our colleagues, Democratic and Republican, in the Senate. I talked to a number of them last night. The president, of course, is talking to them as well.
Okay, Wyatt's vlog. I like that. I like. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I like that. I am a Republican, and therefore I think I should be more critical for my leaders than I should be for my opponents. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I do think that, hey, you should stand on your foundation. If you rock with somebody, you gotta rock with them. You can't be really mad at somebody for having opinions and rocking with the people they rock with. But you also can't be mad at people for not rocking with the people you rock with either. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just take in the information, because we always debating something. There's a topic we're debating. Somebody right, somebody wrong. So we all gotta listen, and then we gotta just agree to disagree sometimes, or just agree to be like, hey, damn, I'm wrong. All right, next topic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta do that.
I think there really are
good morning, bro.
Demands that I've seen privately
Good
from
morning,
Democrats. I think on the one hand, those who are negotiating in good faith are saying, look, we just want to make sure that we're able to have a conversation with the administration about some of the critical needs that we see that need to get fixed over the next few months. We recognize it's kind of absurd, and a lot of them will admit in private that it's kind of absurd to shut down the people's government over these disagreements, but just agree to negotiate with us in good faith on these issues, and of course we're having that conversation with them. Then there's another category, people who say, give us everything we want or we're going to keep the government shut down. We just write those people off because they're not negotiating in good faith, and frankly we don't need them. We've already got 3 more Democrats last night than I thought we would get, and I think it's because they recognize the illogic of the position of taking the entire American economy hostage because they don't get their policy priorities. So 3 moderate Democrats joined 52 Republicans last night. We need 5 more in order to reopen the government, and that's really where we're going to focus, is how to get those 5 additional Democrats.
Thanks, Mr. Vice President. First 2 questions. Are there plans to meet Democratic leaders again in the coming days, or are you planning on plucking off senators one by one?
He was fired just 3 weeks before he was set to retire.
And now? Yeah, we don't know who that is, but he's sure trying to get some clout. All right, y'all. So, where's Trump? Where's Trump golfing? I know Trump out there getting his swing together, man. Trump is about smoothing the motherfucker. He'll really stir up a pot, then go disappear, and then come back later, stir up another pot, disappear, come back later, and send his people to deal with the shit. Because I know Trump is golfing right now. Trump out here golfing for real. He out here really golfing.
He's
but
becoming an
if,
industry whistleblower.
Whether or not you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you don't believe in politics at all, you do need to talk about these topics, because we really, everyone in America and everyone outside of America, because I feel like America is like the global hub for what goes on in the universe at this point in time. Hey, even the aliens trying to come here. They talking about 3-eyed Atlas and all this other shit. So I feel like if you're not into what's going on in the world, and whether you like politics, whether you don't like politics, you got to understand how some of these policies and what they're talking about affects us as people, because we are affected. So I support everybody in the chat who got like staunch opinions about what they believe, and the opinions about what they think about Trump, or what they don't think about this person or that. Like, that's great. Like, we all need to have opinions. We all need to talk. We all need to think. We all need to open our minds. We all need to wake that ass up, okay? And really put this shit at the forefront. Because if we not, what are we doing out here? We just gonna be blind? So I love all the conversations, man. Let's just keep having great conversations about what we talking about, and we gonna finish this one out, and then we going to Candance Owens and Charlie Kirk. So that's up next. We got about like 5 minutes left for JD Vance, and then we gonna transition to Candance Owens and her detective work, because she's saying the FBI lying. So I want to see what she's talking about, because I'm kind of worried for Candance Owens. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little worried for her, because I feel like she might be stepping on some damn eggshells that's about to break. And I don't know, Candace.
Some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw.
Recently, you've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful just to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate in good faith while also poking a little bit of fun at some of the absurdities of the Democrats' positions, and even poking some fun at the absurdity of the Democrats themselves. I mean, I'll tell Hakeem Jeffries right now, I make this solemn promise to you that if you help us reopen the government, the sombrero memes will stop. And I've talked to the President of the United States about that. Now, to your first question, are we negotiating?
All right, Dim, I guess I gotta show it again, because they keep going in on Chuck Schumer and the sombrero. Let's show it again. Fuck, we gotta show it again. We gotta show it again. The fucking AI Chuck Schumer video. Let me. We gotta show it again, because they really in on him right now. They really.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans vote. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they realize we're just a bunch of...
I can't believe Trump posted this.
At least for a while, until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
I can't believe Trump posted this.
Look, guys, there's no way to...
That's just crazy.
It just proves what we all know.
There you go. They're gonna super thing one more good time. I can't believe that motherfucker posted that. That's crazy. That boy crazy. Trump crazy.
One-on-one, are we negotiating in groups? Look, I will go to the U.S. Capitol right now and
That's so
Chuck
crazy.
Schumer or any Senate Democrat if it helps us reopen the government. Most of the conversations, in my experience at least, have been one-off. We're also...
Nah, that shit funny, whether it was true or not. At the end of the day, they had the whole boy in the sombrero, and he was just... like this. It was good. I ain't gonna lie. Trump got some time on his hands, huh? My boy ain't just golfing. He Twitter fingering it up too. My boy ain't golfing. He Twitter fingering it up. Trump crazy, y'all. Trump crazy.
Of course, relying on some of our Senate Republican colleagues who have good relationships across
I did
the
a sombrero.
We're going to do whatever we have to do is the answer. And I think it's tough to predict what shape this negotiation is going to take over the next few months. But I feel good about the fact that Democrats already realize privately the fundamental irrationality of their position. I hope that they're going to publicly acknowledge it and reopen the government. Right in the back, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. You responded to a post on X of Chuck Schumer on the House floor back in 1996, railing against illegal immigrants receiving taxpayer-funded benefits. You said Chuck Schumer once recognized that it was disastrous to give illegal aliens rewards for breaking the law. Now he wants to...
Did they say in 1996? See, they gotta have an age limit on this shit. We need a motherfucking cap. These motherfuckers too old making decisions. That's the problem. They too fucking old. Once you get past 60, you done. You need to go ahead and retire. I need you to get the sombrero on for real. Get you a cabana somewhere and do something. I don't know. Do something else. But you can't be running no damn nothing past 60. I don't care. Nothing. You shouldn't even be driving no car past 60, I don't think. At the end of the day, listen, you should be retiring, enjoying your life. You did enough. Okay? Let the younger people take care of it. Because some of these motherfuckers too old, and they got memories of shit that they don't even know they fucking remembering and shit. They might think they in fucking 1982, and it's really 2025. And they making policies based on a whole different fucking timeline and shit. All right, this ain't the Flash, y'all. We ain't trying to go into a different... Nah, this is what they doing. What they doing?
Shut down the government unless we reward illegal aliens for breaking the law. Why has Chuck Schumer changed his stance?
You know, that's a good question. Actually, it's a very tough question. Asking me to get in the head of Chuck Schumer is not a place I particularly want to be, but my basic read on it is that the entire Democratic Party, the political leadership, not every Democrat nationwide, but the political leadership of their party has got it into their heads that the only way to be compassionate is to be compassionate to illegal aliens rather than American citizens. If you go back to what Bill Clinton was saying, even Barack Obama in some cases, what he was saying about illegal immigration 10, 15, 20 years ago, you would put them on the MAGA right based purely on their rhetoric around illegal immigration. So I don't know why they've gone so far to the left. I think it's bad for the country. I think it's bad for them politically. But our principle, all I can do is speak for the president that I serve and the country, the administration that I serve right now. We believe that the American people's government exists for the American people. That means the people who have the legal right to be here, and that's why we're fighting to reopen the government. And unfortunately, the Democrats are fighting to shut it down for the benefit of illegal aliens. And I'll take a couple more, and then I'll let Caroline, I'll go back to my day job so Caroline can go back to hers.
All right, we'll finish out J.D. Vance, and then we'll move on to Candance Owens.
You said that the president's joking, but Hakeem Jeffries says that these memes were racist. What's your response to that? And just if I may briefly go off topic, Secretary Hegseth yesterday made an edict about no more beardos in the military. Just wondered what...
Sorry, what did he say?
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meat-based...
All right, we'll finish out these last couple questions they got for JD, and then we'll move on to Candance Owens after this.
Beards. Sorry, it's my accent. Just wanted your response to that.
I didn't see that particular comment. I thought Pete gave a hell of a speech, and a speech that really is just oriented around returning the American military to the very high standards that it has had for virtually its entire history until Joe Biden came along and decided to lower standards. I think it was bad for our military, and it was bad for our troops. When I was a young United States Marine, I did not have a beard. I am now the vice president, so I get to do what I want to do. But I think Pete's trying to re-implement high standards, and that's a very good thing. On the sombrero thing, I mean, Hakeem Jeffries said it was a racist, and I know that he said that, and I honestly don't even know what that means. Like, is he a Mexican American that is offended by having a sombrero meme? I mean, I saw one of the major TV stations put the meme up and then say, this is AI generated. And he had like the curly animated mustache too. It's like, do you really not realize the American people recognize that he did not actually come to the White House wearing a sombrero and a black curly animation mustache? Like, give the country a little bit of credit. We're all trying to do a very important job for the American people. The President of the United States likes to have a little bit of fun when he's doing it, and I think that's okay. I'll take one more question.
All right, last question from him, y'all. Last question, then we're going to switch to Candance Owens.
Not laid off. So why does the president want to fire some workers and not just furlough them? Why is this shutdown any different?
Well, first of all, we haven't made any final decisions about what we're going to do with certain workers. What we're saying is that we might have to take extraordinary steps, especially the longer this goes on. We're going to have to take extraordinary measures to ensure the people's government operates, again, not perfectly, because it's not going to operate perfectly in the midst of a shutdown, but operate as well as it possibly can. And I think that the Democrats, if they're so worried about the effect this is having on the American people, and they should be, what they should do is reopen the government, not complain about how we respond to the fact that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have shut down the government in the first place. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. See you guys.
All right, there's JD Vance. He gave y'all his stance on why the government is shut down for the second day in a row. If you are a Republican, if you are a Democrat, either way, we got to get this shit figured out, because no matter what the dispute is, we don't need the government shut down. So we got to come to some resolution. Whether we got to slide some money over here, put some money over there, man, they printing the money anyway. So it really don't fucking matter at the end of the day. We just got to get the shit figured out. If we ain't getting the shit figured out, we just failing everybody else here, because our economy's already jacked up. And we don't need people struggling more than they already struggling. It's just crazy. It's baffling to me. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yesterday we talked about Trump and he had a little speech. And I guess the speech got a little crazy towards the end, and I didn't get all that. So I gotta check this real quick.
I get a call from the Liberal governor. Sir, please don't come in. We don't need you. I said, well, unless they're playing false tapes, this looked like World War II. Your place is burning down. I mean, you must be kidding. Sir, we have it under control. I said, you don't have it under control, Governor, but I'll check it, and I'll call you back. I called her back. I said, this place is a nightmare. It's certainly not the biggest, but it's one of the worst. It's brutal. They go after our ICE people, who are great patriots and tough job too, but they love it. They love it because they're cleaning up our country. And so you look at some of the things where they took over parts of Seattle. They actually took over a big percentage of Seattle. Think of that. You remember that. That was a while ago. And I sent in the troops and they were gone. As soon as I sent them in, when we send in the troops, if you have a real leader that says you're going to do what you have to do.
So Trump had that meeting with all the military people. He brought in everybody. He was like, everybody, it's time for y'all to come in. Y'all about to listen to what I'm about to talk about for a whole hour. And I guess in that meeting, he spoke about what he's been doing with ICE and sending agents to clean up crime and stuff in different cities. And pretty much, I guess he stated that he about to take it to the next level. So I'm trying to see what he's talking about.
People hurt as they stand by. I was watching during Biden, there were troops standing up like this, brave, standing up at attention, the way I should stand.
Have y'all had troops in y'all cities?
Like this, and people are standing, their mouth is this far away from their mouth, and they're spitting at them, they're screaming at them. And that soldier standing there, he wants to knock the hell out of the...
Well, listen, I'll agree with... there's an age limit that needs to be implemented. I don't understand how we got so many grandpas running the country. I get wisdom comes with age, okay, but damn, how old you gotta be wise enough to run this motherfucking country? These old folks need to be just advisors after a certain point. I think they need to be at 60. Once you hit 60, you an advisor at that point. Okay? You advise only. You can't be leading and making no. You got to be of some physical cognitive condition, I believe. And I'm not saying Trump is declining at all, but I mean, with age, you decline just naturally, right? I mean, unless he got some super search, like he might got the damn limitless pill. He got some, I don't know. But I do agree that why are all our presidents so old?
But he's not allowed to do anything. So they just stand there and they get abused. And a woman was this far away from his face and she starts spitting in his face and he's not allowed to do anything. If it's okay with you, generals and admirals,
oh my mama, I would run as a representative. Don't fucking play around with me. Oh my mama, I hop in the... But listen, the game's so corrupt, I couldn't do it. Because they hate me. Because I'll be that motherfucker that sit for 30 hours talking some shit about how y'all bullshitting. They hate me. I'll go on the fucking worst rant they ever seen. It'll be bad. It'll be bad. So they wouldn't want to let me in there. Because they ain't about to put no bullshit in front of me and have me out here saying that shit to everybody else and looking like Boo Boo the Fool. You know the fuck? I'm gonna say, hell no, y'all, look at this is what the fuck is really going on, y'all. And I'm gonna say that shit during the filibuster or some shit, so they can't even hide it. Y'all listen to what these motherfuckers. This how much that motherfucker make, and he make that, and that motherfucker got a house in the hills, and that bitch. I be on it. Shit, they'll see the real. I'm telling you, they wouldn't want me in there. They wouldn't want me in there. I'm telling you, I ain't playing nice. I ain't gonna lie. All that shaking hand, my ass. You better do what's right. If you ain't doing what's right, I'm calling your ass out. I'm calling you out. They wouldn't want me in there. I'm telling you, they'd get me up out of there. Shit, fuck that. I can't even take that chance. They'd get me out of there.
Taking
They get me out of
you
there.
say, they spit, we hit. Is that okay? I think so. They spit, it's a new thing. They spit, we hit. How about the cars, where the cars are coming out? They get brand new cars, Border Patrol, ICE, beautiful, nice new cars. And they're driving along and they have to go through a gauntlet of rocks being thrown at the car. So here's this beautiful brand new car. By the time it goes 100 yards, it's destroyed. These guys have pretty good arms, some of them. And they're throwing bricks at full.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to be mayor. I don't want to be governor. I don't want to be mayor, president. I don't want to be none of that stuff. I wanna give back in my own way. I don't want nobody to know. I don't want no credit for it. Y'all ain't never gonna know. I'm gonna give back and donate to so much and do it, man. Y'all ain't never gonna know. I don't want no credit. I don't want nobody to know, okay? I don't want nobody to know. Listen, I don't want none of that stuff. I don't want to be the mayor. I don't want none of that stuff either. Is that I don't know. Nah, that's too much, okay? I feel like you're put on this earth to figure out who you are as a person. And then once you figure out who you are as a person, you're supposed to then figure out your actual purpose. And then you're supposed to chase that purpose. And then once you chase that purpose and you get to a point within that, then you should then give back to the people. And in my mind, you should also do that behind the scenes. Like, I feel like if you take credit or you try to like push something like where you're trying to help people, I feel like it's with bad intentions. And I feel like there's some bad karma that come with that. So for me, I look at this completely different. I'm like, I'm gonna get myself to a position where I feel comfortable, my family is comfortable, and then all the causes I care about, I'm gonna go make sure I do my part to make sure that's straight in the areas that I can do. Because I also realize you can't save the world. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to make sure I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I got people here that need help. I'm trying to make sure I take care of the people at home first. And then after that, I'll spread out to the neighboring states. And then, I'm a hometown motherfucker. I can't be... You know what pisses me off the most? You got a lot of these streamers, right? That stream and they getting paid like crazy in America by Americans for the most part. And they take all their money and they donate to non-for-profits and charities in other countries and shit. That shit pissed me the fuck off. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit made me really mad. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now. If I live in America, y'all, I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. If you from another country, you ain't getting no money from me. I thank you for supporting. I got you later, but I gotta take care of my people first. I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all, but you gotta take care of the motherfuckers next to you first. The motherfuckers next to me ain't eating, ain't feeling good. Then what the fuck is going on? So I'm gonna make sure my city's straight, and I can do the best that I can for the people who want help. If you don't want no help, I ain't about to force you. Like, I ain't about to just run to your town and say it's time to clean up the hood. Like, nah, motherfucker, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. But if you come to me and I got some shit in place and things are good to go, and you want to get better, then that's gonna be my goals. Programs, youth programs. I want to open up gyms, a bunch of different things like that in the future. So those are my goals, and those are gonna be my ways of giving back. But everybody got their way. Your way of giving back could just be coming on camera and being inspirational. It could be drawing crazy things and that inspires somebody. It could be making music or something that inspires somebody. It could be you being a great entrepreneur and you actually giving great advice and trying to help people get better without trying to run some scheme. It could be any number of ways. You could be a mentor. You could be a teacher. You can be anything. But you do it your way, okay? And you ain't gotta be always taking credit for everything you do. That's not the goal. You just gotta start doing stuff. And just let the damn shit, let everything just play out how it plays out. All right, if you want to do it, just do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Because I tell you right now, there's a lot of shit I won't donate to. They be asking me all the time in these stores, you want to donate to this charity? Motherfucker, I don't know where that money going to. So no. They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, nah, tell me where it's going to. And you can't even tell me where it's going to. Then no. I don't know. You probably getting it. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm going to tell you no. Some of these damn people in these coffee places asking for all these tips. Bro, listen, I need to taste my coffee first before you fucking ask for a tip. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Don't look at me stupid when I out here knowing the machine. Hand me my coffee first. Let me sip that motherfucker. Let me at least look at the color. And then I decide how much I want to tip your ass. It's based on what you do. What's the quality of my shit? So I'm a quick to tell a motherfucker no if they ain't, if this is about merit, this is about quality, this is about things like that. So I'm quick to tell a motherfucker no. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Full force into the window and into the car.
But I don't want to be no mayors, no presidents. I don't want to be none of that.
And I said, never let that
I want to be in the shadows. I'll be
happens,
online having fun, but when I do my work, we're gonna be in the shadows.
Whatever the hell you want to do, because those people are you can die from those bricks go through the windows. You can die. They'd like it to. They'd like it to go through the window. But this was a couple of months ago. They just kept driving, and bricks are hitting the car. And I said, why aren't they stopping? Because they were under orders from the past administration, never stop. But that's different with us. We stop. And since they gave that order, we haven't had that problem. It's very interesting. It's amazing. It's just like in Venezuela. You've seen
What's up, everybody?
Coming. We can't find any more boats there. They're carrying drugs, massive. Every boat kills about 25,000 people. That's what they have. They have fentanyl mostly and a lot of other drugs. And we take them out, and we've taken out 4. So, and it's on air. Everybody gets to see it. Not that we like to do that, but every boat kills 25,000 on average. 20. Some people say more. You see these boats end up.
All right, Trump. I gotta get to Candance Owens before I get up out of here. All right, y'all. So we all know that that Charlie Kirk shit was crazy, like absolutely insane. I still don't know what truly happened. I still don't know who did it, how it was done, why it happened. I did watch the footage. It was crazy. I saw the fucking play. It was that was insane. But he has some people in his corner, a lot, and they're digging through the information like Sherlock motherfucking Holmes, and they coming up with some shit. So if you guys don't know who Candance Owens is, she is a African American lady who is very popular in terms of talking politics and just pretty much anything. She has a YouTube channel, and she has a few videos discussing the whole Charlie Kirk situation. But one of her latest videos is her debunking the feds, and I want to kind of listen to a brief clip of that.
All right, you guys, happy Monday, and get ready because we are going on a journey. I left you guys on the ultimate cliffhanger last week. I did not intend to, by the way. I genuinely wanted to get the information out as soon as possible that Tyler Robinson is not suicidal. And I'm going to tell you how I know that. Also, while investigating this assassination, there is a politician's name that keeps coming up. And now he's apparently mad that we keep asking questions. I'm beginning to think that he might know something that he hasn't yet shared. So I wanted to kind of loop you guys into this and see what you think. Welcome back to Candace.
So I do got this thing though. If all of these individuals who commit these crazy ass assassinations, crazy and suicide and all that shit, something is off. Because to be able to plan these things out, to even be able to go through with these things, I think you definitely got to have a level of crazy in you. But that doesn't mean you're suicidal. Like, they jump to these claims so quickly, and I'm like, I don't really know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, are you just trying to give us something and say, hey, this is, like, just to, no, I don't know. Like, I don't know. What is his motive? Why? Like, and if he was suicidal, right? Why not just take your life right away? You do the action, take your life right away. Wouldn't you just do that? So that just, some of these things don't make sense.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Tyler Robinson didn't kill himself. I mean, these are the phrases that we now use and that we say when we expect that the federal government is telling us a lie. Last week, I have to tell you, I was contacted by a source who I vetted with information that answered a lot of the lingering questions.
Boy, Candace hot. I don't know about Candace. I don't know if I could play Candance Owens. She fucking hot. Candance Owens fuck around and get your account, man. I don't. Candance Owens, she saying some crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie. She on some bold faced shit right now. You gotta love a you gotta love a real motherfucker who ain't afraid to say some shit. That's why I'm gonna play this shit, cause she a real motherfucker. I love me a motherfucker who ain't afraid.
That we've had about the investigation. Not all
Stand
of
on
them,
your
but some of
courage.
them, some of the big ones. First and foremost, we were like, how exactly did it work? How did Tyler Robinson turn himself in, as we were told, but also never confessed? And did he actually author those absurd Fed messages? Because I'm thinking no. Lastly, what was he doing at Dairy Queen? Doesn't really quite fit into our timeline. Also, don't expect this kid who just tried out being a stone cold killer to really have an appetite. And why exactly did the feds withhold that information at Dairy Queen? And why are they allegedly stalking the Dairy Queen to see who comes in and out?
Listen, have you ever had a blizzard? Motherfucker, I would have got me a blizzard too. They got that motherfucking that s'mores blizzard with the motherfucker. Boy, you can get that with the chocolate ice cream base and the cookie dough. I ain't gonna lie, you ain't never had a motherfucking Dairy Queen blizzard. You missing out. Let me just get back to it. I got throw it in there.
We have the story that could possibly potentially answer all of those questions, and it certainly makes a lot more sense than the slop that the government is currently trying to feed us. First and foremost, Tyler Robinson has never confessed. They acknowledge that he has never confessed to this crime, and he still is pleading innocence on the shooting. In fact, I was told that he was quote unquote bewildered by the idea that he carved casings. I should be clear, he does not dispute the fact that it is his gun at all. It is his gun. But Tyler is not exactly a gun enthusiast. He doesn't hunt like his other brothers do. In fact, he's apparently a fisherman. The reason that he has that gun in the first place is because it is, in fact, a custom-made family heirloom. Tyler is the firstborn son, so he inherited. That's what firstborns do. They get the family heirloom. That is why he has the gun. As many of you guys have noted, the Robinson family appear...
Here's why you should care. You should care because if they're able to just blatantly assassinate people and kill people and cover it up like it's nothing, then we all screwed. Ain't nobody got a shot. That means freedom of speech ain't free. And that alone just might as well just toss out the Constitution at this point. So if they're continuously just putting it right in our face that, hey, we can attempt to do things, and what the fuck y'all gonna do about it but talk about it? And ain't nobody gonna say shit, ain't nobody gonna do nothing? That's a problem. That's too much authority. That's really an abuse of power at that point. And we don't know who's doing it. We don't know if it's a secret shadow agency, another government, our government. We don't know what the fuck going on. So a person like Candace who's willing to dig into this information, they kill people over shit like this. So for people not to care about stuff like this, that means you just don't care about real life. Like at the end of the day, you live in a fairy tale land. You wanna avoid the real drama and the real things that are going on right in front of you and act like they ain't present. Okay, well, you go be an activist or be somebody who got staunch opinions. Go sit down and talk in front of a bunch of people and see if someone wants to take your life, and let me know if you would like someone to come in and do some information and figure out what the fuck happened to you. Because I would want a friend like Candance Owens. I ain't gonna lie. Charlie Kirk has some good friends.
To be
she coming to ride for him.
Hence the hunting and the fishing as the sports of their choosing. I am told that they are fans of Charlie Kirk and they are fans of Donald Trump, although this source noted that Tyler, like many other conservatives have expressed, wish that Trump would sometimes tone down his speech and his rhetoric. Now, on the topic of rhetoric, I am told that Tyler absolutely did not author those text messages. What text messages? He has no idea where these messages came from. Believes that.
No, this is the worst time to be in. Like, you don't know what's true. You don't know what's false. You don't know who doing what. You don't know anything. Because there's so much information and so many ways for people to put that information out, it's just a clusterfuck at this point. And now everyone has an opinion. Everyone really is if it's not my way, it's the highway. And it's just like, why? Why? It's never been like that. We used to have like more civil debates, and we used to try to figure things out in a different way, But when social media came out and the internet blew the fuck up and all that shit became apparent, because people can sit in the comfort of their homes and say what the fuck they want to say, it's a free-for-all now. People ain't really gotta think about what they want to say and go say it in the public. People ain't really gotta go to the town hall and speak it in front of 1,000 people. So everyone has an easy voice now because they don't have a voice. They have an emoji. They have some letters on the keyboard they send through a screen, and they feel like they said something or they did something or they actually made a point. And I'm not trying to attack any of y'all, because I respect y'all and y'all comments in y'all chats, but at the end of the day, it ain't the same as coming out here and saying it with your actual fucking voice. It's not the same. It doesn't carry the same weight. None of it. But we all act like it does. We all take it to heart. As if a lot of people would make these comments in public with their own voice. Most people ain't that brave. So I give people like Candance Owens a lot of credit. She'll come on here and she'll say things with her face, using her voice, putting herself out there. And that's important. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to more face-to-face conversations, or fuck it, Zoom to Zoom. All right? We need to be able to, YouTube, make a feature where you can bring everybody's face on here and they have a voice. Because I want everybody to be able to talk. I want y'all to say y'all opinion out loud. Okay? And we got AI technology, so even if you're from a different country, they can go ahead and put it in there. It can all come out in language where we all can hear it and understand it. So YouTube, make that a feature. Oh, YouTube, if you did that, you would blow the fuck up. If YouTube had a feature where you guys can just naturally come in and say things, and it'll be like a fucking video chat instead of like this chat, man, we would have crazy conversations. I would love to hear you guys like really make your point. Because then we can really have a debate, a real conversation. We can really take this deeper. That would be amazing if YouTube did that. YouTube, please do that. I'm giving y'all game.
They are therefore entirely fictionalized. It turns out, you're going to be shocked, that he doesn't actually use words like vehicle, which should come as no surprise to anyone that has a brain. By the way, I'm sure you caught this, but there's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating from a car accident that he had. And during the discussion with the officer that showed up, Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle, because that's how most Americans, how most English speakers refer to a car, unless they're in the military or on the police force. So here is 2022 police body cam footage, in case you missed that, of Tyler making a crash report. Take a listen.
Your mom's on her way? Yeah, she's gotta be a minute. She's gotta shuttle over from where she's at to her car and then drive over. Gotcha.
Ready to start eating healthier?
Yeah, I mean, that seemed like a person that's very coherent. That was a very coherent statement. I mean, that seemed like a person that yeah.
His mother was gonna shuttle over from her car? Interesting. There's more, of course. Of most interest to me, what I've learned is that his father does not believe, his parents don't believe that their son committed this crime. I was like, huh? Excuse me? That's a far cry from what the media has been telling us. Remember, the media presented this amazing story. The father realized his son.
Yeah, no, they do, but you gotta like do it before. I want to have it where like I could like click on you, like click on your name. Like say if you had a great comment, I can click on your name and then make you go like live, and then you can have a point, and then I can click you back out, and then click on another person. They can talk, click you back out. That way you can control it, and you could do it within the actual stream. And the person, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be a cool ass feature. I'm giving them too much game. I should just start my own shit. That should be cold as fuck. I could just click on your name and make you go live real quick if you want to. You could say something and then boom. That'll be cold as fuck. YouTube, if y'all do that shit, I want my cut. Y'all heard it here first, okay? What the hell we about to call this, motherfucker? We gonna call this, live in-stream co-host. It gotta be an in-stream co-host. We gotta call it something cool. Like Active Buddy or something. I'm gonna call it Active Buddy. We need the active buddy feature. All right? Because it need to be active, like while we in the active chat, okay? I need the active buddy feature. When I can go ahead and click that motherfucker, and I can talk to the person, and then boom. That's what we gonna do. That'll be cold. That'll be cold fucking blooded. YouTube, go ahead. Hey, y'all, go ahead and petition this to YouTube. Everybody go ahead, clip this, clip that part, and make YouTube do that. Because I want to do that so we can have cool conversations. I need me some active buddies on here, okay? The people who really want to speak their voice and say it out loud. I need some active buddies. That'd be so cool. See, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. One of my gifts is I have just a great ideas, and I'm really good on the spot with a bunch of shit. And I'm really good with innovation. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely will innovate some shit. If you got an idea about some shit, you tell me about it. I could definitely probably tell you how to make that motherfucker better and how to get that shit done. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care what it is. That's just what my gift has always been. It just is that. I like creating shit. I'm a creator. I create. I create and I innovate. Hey, let me get the active buddy feature. Let me test it out. Let me be the first person. Hey, I don't need no money. Let me just be the first person to try it out. Okay? That's it. I want the active buddy feature. Okay?
Was guilty, so it goes, right? And then he phoned over a friend to help him convince his son to turn himself in, because this guy, you know, this mysterious guy was a friend and just had a connection with Tyler. And eventually they said, you got to do the right thing here. We know this is you. That was the vibe. Certainly that's what the media was putting down for us to pick up. Well, I was told actually that it was kind of the opposite. That quote-unquote family friend, who we learned was a former detective with the police force, at least, and so therefore has strong ties with the police station, informed the family. It was that in-between person that informed the family that Tyler had been identified as the shooter. He recognized him. He knows Tyler. He gives them the heads up. And then I'm told, and I believe this, that the way in which he got arrested, or rather turned himself in,
what up, Cod?
is because that family friend,
Cod, what's up, Cod?
/ former detective told him, hey, it's best for you to turn yourself in.
What's up, Cod?
There's only one of two options here. Either you turn yourself in and everything is peaceable, or you know, the SWAT team could come in here and arrest you and things.
Okay, you said, hold on, wait, we said, actually, it's the opposite. The family contacted the detective who was known to the family in the detective, talked to the police department. So, you saying she lying? I don't really know. She's saying she debunking some stuff. So you saying she lying? Kurt Pratt? You saying she telling us a lie right now?
Get crazy. So that's what happened. He went over to their house. Tyler was called over. Tyler was bewildered.
Okay, she's telling it backwards.
The idea that he had murdered Charlie Kirk. In fact, according to my source, Tyler has never even stepped foot on UVU campus. Tyler, it turns out, which has already been revealed, was accepted into Utah State University, not Utah Valley. And that's actually interesting if you pause and reflect on that, because we didn't really consider how on earth Tyler became not just familiar with the layout of the campus, but familiar with the rooftop layout of UVU campus. So familiar that he knew exactly how to scale across the rooftops to duck down in order to take an almost impossible shot at a Charlie Kirk who was sitting beneath a tent. How did he?
Yeah, that was crazy. When they said, oh, anyone can make that shot, I'm like, bullshit. The fuck out of here. I don't know what you talking about, some anyone, but I know a lot of people who ain't coming nowhere near making that shot. I don't care how much time you give them. It's not happening. It's not happening. That you gotta have some skill 200 yards away or 200 meters away, whatever it is. I don't care if you got a scope, it's all lined up, all that. You still gotta have, man, nah, hell nah. Anybody ain't make, nah. Somebody has some skill. That person was trained because I agree with her. You ain't climbing, you ain't parkouring no roof with no fucking rifle and setting that bitch up and doing all that shit unless you from one of these Jason Bourne movies and shit. The fuck out of that? Nah, see, that's why I'm saying something ain't adding up with that.
No, how to do all of
you
that.
got some skill.
Before, that he knew where Charlie was going to be sitting in it, that he would have that shot from on top of the Losey Center. What? Right? I would actually, and I don't know, but I would imagine that even actual current UVU students don't know that possibility. Like, they're not even that familiar.
I'm not saying it's an impossible shot. I understand 200 yards and 200 meters are two different distances, but it ain't that much of a difference in distance. And I'm saying, regardless whether it's 200 or 200 meters, it ain't a simple shot. It's not impossible. Yes, somebody can make that shot easily. I'm not saying you need to have a pro damn, like, you won the Olympics or you're this sniper in there. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying not just no random nobodies are making that. Like, no. They just making it seem like nobodies are making that shot. Like anybody off the street is making that shot. No, they're not. You're going to have, like, actual training, actual skill to do all of that. To get on it, to scale on that roof, however you got on that fucking roof, to get all that shit set up, to have the pay, you got to have some training. That shit, nah, hell nah. Fuck y'all talking about. You got to have some training.
With how to scale the rooftops. And
look, she's saying the same thing.
We'll see. Curiously, however, my source says that Tyler...
Yeah, all that pressure? Come on, man.
Nearby the campus on that day. I'm wondering if that fact, which I'm trying to learn more information regarding, explains...
Man, what the practice and training, that's the same shit. What the hell you need training? Development. Ain't no just practice. Ain't the same shit anyways. Maybe different levels of the same thing, but no. You need actual training. I would love to, we ain't trying to reenact none of that shit, but at the end of the day, take some basic people and say, go and do that real quick. And how long you think it's gonna take them to make that same shot? Man, that's gonna be tough.
The Dairy Queen photo. Because what was he doing around the campus on that day? Where exactly was he around the campus on that day? This photo never made any sense. I plugged into my timeline.
He went to Dairy Queen?
Fitting in. So if you're wondering why exactly...
Hey, Dairy Queen is good though.
...agree to go to the police station if he's not guilty.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. But listen, that's training. If you've been hunting since you was 11 and you really got that skill, so if he got that level of training and preparation, then yeah, I'm not saying that's a hard shot for him. But they making it seem like it's just an easy ass shot for anybody. I'm just like, no, it's not. Ain't no motherfucking way. But if you got some training, yeah, absolutely. If you got some skill, absolutely, you can do that. I'm not saying it's a shot for that people can't make. I'm not saying it's impossible. But I'm saying that if you gave me 100 trained hunters, I'm still saying 50-50. You could agree or disagree. I'm going to say 50-50. I'm going to say half of them will, half of them won't. That's just how I feel. And shit, it might be less than half won't. Because a lot of circumstances, that things you gotta worry about. This is a different level of pressure. Everything is different. I'm gonna say 50-50.
Ironically, the police were honest that day on one of the points. Well, first and foremost, that point is Tyler is not suicidal. He wanted to go to the police station so that he didn't risk accidentally getting shot by the police storming his home, as I said earlier, in a theatrical arrest setting. But rather confusingly, Nate Brooksby, tells us that Tyler is suicidal. Whatever. Let's just take a listen to what Nate Brooksby said after he had been apprehended. Take a listen.
So I get a call from my friend, and his said, "Hey, how you doing?" "Good." Yeah, and it's not, he's been retired a few years. We'll call each other. It's not.
We trying to learn what's going on.
Vice versa. And
I'm just trying to get all the information because all these assassination attempts keep happening, and it seems like we don't really know who actually did it. It's always one person and another person, and then the story never makes sense. Like, it don't never make, like, all the way total sense. There's always some parts of the story like, this shit don't add up for some reason. And we just trying to figure it out. And a person like Candace is giving us game, man. Giving us game.
8:02 p.m., he calls me. Hey, I can tell his voice is kind of shaky. So my first thought is, who died? Like, who's you going to tell me that died? And then I couldn't fathom what actually came out of his mouth. So he said, "Hey, I know who Charlie Kirk shooter is. I know the family through religious association, and he's in Washington County now, and we're working on trying to get him to come in voluntarily." During that phone call, some information was provided about Tyler potentially having some suicidal ideations, was en route to a remote area of Washington County. The parents convinced him not to do that, and conveyed that they would stand by him and help him surrender peacefully.
The body scanner reveals that.
But I guess Candance Owens and Charlie Kirk were like super close. That's what everyone was saying. And I think that's why she's going so hard for him, and like still going hard for him, even though the story has kind of died down a little bit. I guess they had an actual relationship.
That's not true. Tyler was not suicidal at all. He was just confused and didn't want to get shot. And then he gets to that part, right? He then tells us, Brooksby, that he came in willingly because he didn't want to die. Let's take a listen to that portion.
Within the hour, my friend drove Tyler and his parents to my office, where he was greeted by plainclothes detectives. So that was part of the deal. Is Tyler knew it was just inevitable with all the law enforcement pressure that his picture in the news, the gun on the news. He knew it was inevitable that he would be caught. He was fearful of a SWAT team hit on his house, or he was fearful of being shot by law enforcement. So part of the negotiation and getting him to bring himself in was that we would treat it as delicate and as soft as possible to make him feel comfortable to where he would show up at my office, and that's exactly what happened.
It can't be both. It can't be both.
Okay, so is Candace crazy? I do think she's crazy in this regard. I think talking about this topic and going through all the information, the way she's going through it, and how vigorous she's like, oh, you guys. Somebody took Charlie Kirk out for a reason. And if you truly get to the bottom of that, you're putting yourself at risk. So I think she's crazy for really going so hard at it, but I respect it. That's why I'm talking about it right now, because I respect the crazy. I'm a little crazy too, so I respect it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If y'all fuck with him, if you don't fuck with one of my people, if you take out one of my people, I'm fucking going to the bottom of the earth to figure out. Me and Kratos coming for Kratos. We coming for your ass. It's gonna be God of War in this bitch. I swear to God. It's gonna be God of War this month. I'm loyal to my people too. Hell nah, I'll come fight for my people. We coming. We coming. But I don't think she's crazy in the sense that she doesn't know what she's talking about. I think she's a very intelligent person.
Oh, was he suicidal and wanting to die, or was he
Me
worried
and
about
Kratos
dying?
coming.
It can't be both, and I didn't catch on to that early on. The answer was he came in because he is not suicidal and did not want to get shot and was confused, as I am told. Now, you're probably wondering why the father and the mother didn't speak out to assert his innocence. That would make sense, right? Why don't you come right out and dispute everything immediately? Well, interestingly enough, I'm told that it's because the feds told them that if they spoke out, their lives could be at risk. Like they needed to keep things private, and they convinced the family to go into witness protection. Like, your lives are in danger. You shouldn't say anything. Somebody could, like, you know, just come back and try to harm you guys because of what your son did. You should go into witness protection. Don't speak to anybody. Trust us, we're the feds, bro. And they agreed, of course, to the fog of it all. Why wouldn't you agree? But then, like any good, maybe conservative family, you start going, I don't really trust these feds. Like, I'm a little suspicious about the feds. Here's another point of interest, okay? His father had no idea that Tyler was gay. That's what I'm told. They are learning this in...
Yeah, okay. Now, the whole gay part, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I don't know what this whole got to do with anything. Sometimes now the information getting a little crazy. What the fuck that got to do with anything? Okay, what that got to do with anything?
And through the media, they thought that Lance was just his roommate, and they were especially shocked because apparently Tyler kept mentioning to them that he wanted them to meet some girl that he was seeing. Now, I would like to interject my own voice here and say that I think this girl was likely Lance, and Tyler was working up the courage to tell his family that he was gay. That is what is most likely, in my opinion, because we know for a fact that Tyler was, in fact, in a relationship with Lance, because we have exclusive photos, by the way, they're about to show you, that the two of them posted to their Instagrams. This is Lance posting Halloween era photos. I forgot
what this got to do with anything?
Best, love you. Don't worry, that handle has since been taken down of what Tyler's handle was, but he's got a handle that doesn't have his name in it, so he's maybe trying to hide this stuff. And then there's another photo of them, and this one's posted by Lance again, pics from when Tyler had a mustache. You can see that they were in a relationship. Just makes sense that he was working up the courage to maybe tell his family about that. Now, I was told also that Tyler is off the charts intelligent and always has been.
What that got to do with anything?
He had a perfect GPA in high school. Now, that is precisely what made the idea of him being so stupid as to author a full confessional via text messages pointedly absurd. Like, any person with a modicum of intelligence is going to go, I'm not going to put this down in writing with every detail.
Yeah, okay, so that's where I'm like, yeah. Ain't no motherfucking way anybody wrote down everything they was fucking gonna do. No, nah, that's a little... You ain't about to... Yeah, hell nah. Nobody that stupid. Ain't nobody that dumb. You ain't... And text messages too? Ain't nobody that fucking
just
stupid.
Like the feds didn't have a modicum of intelligence, or they would have maybe not included every single detail there. The family says that the photo of the young man that is coming up the stairs, which was shared, that blurry image, is definitively not Tyler Robinson. And let me just say, I never thought it looked like him. Neither did you. Okay, face looks different. Face looks more narrow. Also, that person looks taller.
Yeah, I would agree with this. Them ain't the same motherfuckers. Not from other pictures and what they showing now. Nah. Wait a minute. This ain't the same motherfucker they was showing before. This motherfucker is definitely taller. And his whole face profile is different. Maybe that was his boyfriend or something. I don't know, but that ain't the same person.
Every time I say, I'm like, this person is taller than Tyler Robinson. Tyler Robinson also appears to have full lips, even though this image is blurry. We're not looking for someone that got fuller lips, and Tyler Robinson looks broader than that individual walking, right?
Yeah,
so
that made the same people.
I'm on board with that person walking up the stairs. It's not Tyler Robinson, because I feel like it was intentionally blurred. They also never gave us the footage at all, because in order to blur it, they probably needed a static image. Also, the family believes that, and this is really interesting.
Nah, that make the same people, y'all.
Tyler Robinson's apartment was staged after his arrest. Now, you will recall that I spoke to Lance's family. And one of the things that Lance's family said was, hey, we own that apartment. They pay rent to us.
Okay, wait. Do we know why Charlie Kirk was assassinated, though? Does anybody in the chat have an opinion as to why? Like, what did he say? Like, what was the reason why? Did they ever give that out? Like, do we know why? Did they ever? Because I still don't know why. Did they ever give an explanation as to why he was assassinated? Does anybody know why? Can I get like a specific something? I need something that's like concrete. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna wait for somebody to give me a why.
We've never met Tyler Robinson, but I can tell you that it seems like they were trying to hide.
Okay, so there isn't one. So they haven't actually released an official statement that states why this individual did what he did. They don't have a motive or anything. Nothing released.
Hide the fact that this apartment got raided, and it's very strange that they immediately cleared Lance as a suspect. And I was told by other people in the department that they wanted to keep that raid very hush hush. They didn't want anybody to know about the raid. There was no mention of this raid, and Lance immediately gets cleared as a suspect. Why? Well, according to Tyler's family, they went to that apartment after his arrest, and they felt the apartment was staged, and that intentionally in Tyler's room, a furry bed was placed.
Yeah.
Almost sort of implying that they're trying to transfer the attributes of Lance onto Tyler. And that's shady. But again, when I put together what I'm being told by Lance's family and what I'm hearing from the Robinson family through a third party, I will say that it matches. It kind of seems like they're...
Well, I think that's also the mystique of her show. She has all these sources, but you never know who the fucking sources is. She kind of like a Lois Lane in this regard. You know what I'm saying? She kind of feel like Lois Lane a little bit. And I think that's what kind of gives her show that kind of popularity, because you really don't fucking know who she's speaking about. Because I don't know when she be saying sources. I'm like, who's she talking to? What kind of clout she got? But I know she got to have some clout. I mean, she got to have something. She knows some people.
They're agreeing. One family's going, hey, Lance is kind of evil. Why is he getting cleared? The other one's going, Tyler's not this guy. Tyler is not this guy. So what the hell is going on, guys? What is actually going on right now? There's also something else that's weird that I want to mention here, and that is the unusual lengths in which the media and the sheriff's department, they've gone through all of these lengths, I would say, to protect the identity of that former sheriff friend who was the one who convinced Tyler to turn himself in. Even in that press conference, by the way, Brooksby, I don't like the way he's moving. I don't like the way Nate Brooksby is breathing. I gotta be honest with you. It's a vibe.
All right, Candace. Candance Owens. I really do think that this is some stuff she can talk about for sure, but she may be running the risk of putting herself in potential danger too. I wouldn't go do any public speaks or talks if I was her, because whoever did take out Charlie, and y'all saying there's no motive, there's no reason, there's no narrative or nothing. Like, we ain't got no narrative out there we can even go with. Ain't nothing out there. No narrative. Nothing. So if there ain't no motive, no narrative, that means the people who did it are still in the wind somewhere, underneath the cover somewhere, in the dark somewhere, and she has no clue. So she just speaking everything out into the universe, and these people are definitely watching her, for sure. And I don't think they're gonna make no bold moves right now after what just happened, because that would just be a fucking uproar. But at the end of the day, Candance Owens, I'm just reaching out to you right now, okay? From the universe. All right, man, you know, protect yourself at all times, okay? Because these people crazy out here, and they be trying to take people out for just speaking their damn mind. You know what I'm saying? And we should be able to speak our mind in America. I thought it was fucking land of free, freedom of speech and all that shit, but it don't seem like speech is free. You gotta pay for speech, and it seems like you gotta pay for it with your motherfucking life, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Now, her last one,
you love.
she got, is talking about Charlie Kirk dead or alive and all that, who betrayed him. So I'm just going to get this one going for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to give our shout-outs.
I was very clear. I said there will be no fakeness and there will be no gayness in this investigation. And apparently there were some people who did not take me seriously or literally, because there are a lot of little lies being told, right? Charlie gets assassinated, and the very people who were threatening him reputationally and financially are now trying to memorialize him as having died as a friend of Israel. Okay, challenge accepted. All lies will be revealed, and we're going to help reveal those lies. Also, yesterday we asked for.
I don't know about that. Hold on, wait. That Israel shit sensitive, y'all. Okay? I don't know. Watch what you saying about some of these other countries. These motherfuckers got people everywhere. You better be careful.
Individuals who Phil Lyman's nephew described as his close friends, who decided to retrace the path of Charlie's killer. And what we have discovered thus far is absolutely stunning. This story couldn't get any crazier. By the way, I did speak to Phil Lyman, and I'll tell you what he told me and what he insisted that we clarify. Now, I would say that it's getting weird, but honestly, right from the jump, it's been weird. So, welcome back to Candace.
I ain't gonna lie, Candance Owens out here putting us on game. All right, let's hear what she say real quick for about 2 or 3 minutes, and we giving shout outs, y'all. Giving shout outs
I'm
after
working
that.
on his campaign, and apparently that was not accurate. So I take full credit for that. That was completely, again, something that I came up with by accident. Now, the other things that he was interested in me clarifying were also not really substantive issues. And I want to say that Nick, having not worked on his campaign, actually makes it even more odd that he would stop by his house this past Saturday. Well, regarding why, by the way, he stopped by Nick's house at all on Saturday, he said that it was because he was helping Nick out early on in the investigation. Yes, that is true. I told you guys that. And Nick was particularly asking him to determine who owned a white vehicle that was parked in the neighborhood, which was nearby where the shooter had walked. Nick lives nearby. And everyone locally had looked at this vehicle and said that it was remarkably suspicious. And Phil had come back to him and said, I can help you to just figure out more about this vehicle that was parked. Nick had nothing but a picture of that. But that was over 2 weeks ago. So I have no idea why that would have anything to do with why he was stopping by Nick's place. Obviously, that car is long gone. It's been gone. And the fact that it appeared and then disappeared is one of the reasons why Nick wanted somebody to look into it. So I'm not entirely
Boy, Raymond, you coming with some deep stuff here, Raymond.
To stop at Nick's house to speak to him and why that would be on his list of things to do. Now, I am told, according to a very strong source, that what Phil Lyman was doing in town on Saturday was he was meeting with Tim Ballard. That's totally random. Did not expect to hear that. Tim Ballard, if you are not familiar with him, is formerly of Operation Underground Railroad, which is a charity that is dedicated to helping to stop human sex trafficking. I even remember, by the way, when we were all speaking about that plane transponder that turned off, that the individuals that owned that plane were wearing an Operation Underground Railroad t-shirt. So I wasn't expecting that. I am going to reach out to Tim Ballard. I know him. I've actually interviewed him, and I used to donate to that charity because I was so moved by my interview with him when I was working for Prager University. But moving on.
I would love to interview Candance Owens because I ain't gonna lie, I would ask her some crazy ass questions, and I feel like she would answer those motherfuckers. So if we can do that in the future, y'all, we gonna manifest this. Mama say, Mama sa mumakusa. Mama say, Mama sa mumakusa. Hey, Candance Owens, we trying to interview you about just your views on everything. Okay, it ain't all gonna be Charlie Kirk. I just wanna. How did you get to this position? I just want your background. I just wanna know how you think. I'm trying to just get into your psychology. Okay, I'm just trying to get into your man. I just wanna know what's going on in your head. Okay, I want to know how you got your bravery, your courage, how you got into this, why you still doing this, what you feel about these things. Are you scared? Are you nervous? I really want to know.
From that, Phil also disputes something that was quite strange, that Shayner Broderick is his nephew. I said, okay, wait a minute. Actually, Shayner Broderick literally posted that on his Instagram. He said, my uncle Phil Lyman. But Phil seems like he's trying to distance himself for some reason from Shayner. He said, actually, maybe Shayner's confused. We're just cousins. We're just cousins. Okay, well.
All right, y'all. Candance Owens, she is a prolific speaker. I'll tell you that. She definitely be trying to get her point across, and I be listening. I ain't gonna lie, I was listening. I was definitely listening. If you like or don't like Candance Owens. I mean, that is up to you. But I will say she does have a very good way of trying to explain her opinions that cause us to feel a certain way. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it causes you to feel a certain way. And she has that voice, that opinion, and she definitely is dedicated to what she's speaking about. So I'll give her props for that, because at the end of the day, anybody who's speaking and standing on business, you gotta get them props. You gotta get them credit. So everybody, I told y'all we got 7 minutes left, so I gotta go through all y'all in the chat and give y'all a shout out. There's a bunch of names on here, so my name is Leroy Mitchell. I'm about to play some of my music real quick and give my shout out. There's a lot of y'all on here. I got 7 minutes left before I got to get to some training. So if you want to hear your name, it's coming right now. I appreciate and thank everybody for coming on the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all are great. Everyone is great. Let me go ahead and start the shout outs, y'all. We got it. I'm going to give everybody a shout out. I'm going to say your name. If your name sound goofy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If your name sound goofy, I'm sorry. Shout out Mr. H, shout out Raymond, shout out Nunya, shout out AFBM, shout out Derek, shout out John, shout out JJ, shout out Raymond, shout out Adrian, shout out The Thinker, shout out Shopwood, shout out Star, shout out Giovanni, shout out Joseph, shout out Dark World, shout out Skippy, shout out JMO, shout out Ryzen, Phoenix, shout out Indy, shout out Darius. Who else we got? Shout out Con. Give everybody their shout outs. Thank y'all for coming on here. Everybody getting their shout outs. Going through some more people. Shout out Christopher. Shout out Zala. Shout out Marky Mark. Who else we got on here? Who else we got on here? Who else we got on here? Let's go. Shout out my boy Dougie. Shout out Grim. Hey, why do I got the lot? Hey. Who else we got on here? Who else we got out? Shout out Just. Shout out Brandon. Shout out CJ Brogdon. Who else we got? Shout out Brianna. He on that field and shit. Shout out Elizabeth. Shout out Opie. Boy, I'm gonna lose my voice saying shout outs. Shout out Lane McNair. Shout out Tell the People. We giving our shout outs, y'all. We got 4 minutes left. Shout out Chris Ryan. Shout out Kurt. We gotta go quicker. Damn. Shout out Fish. Hold on. Shout out, hold on. Shit, we gotta go turbo mode, y'all. We got so many people chatting. I appreciate the chat, y'all. What else we got? Shout out to Boxing Advisor. Shout out Real Justice. Shout out Kurt Pratt. Shout out Heaven. What else we got? That too, AP. Shout out Jeremy Cross. Shout out Big Homie. Shout out Rick Bancroft. Shout out Ajax. Shout out Sharon. Shout out Kit Kat. Shout out Alton. We keep going. Damn, a lot of y'all motherfuckers on here. I ain't gonna lie, we appreciate the chat. We having some great mornings. Shout out What the Hell. Who else we got? Shout out Mickey BFAM. Shout out Monday. Shout out Thilo. Shout out Matt. Shout out Wyatt's Vlog. Alright, I think that's it. Sorry, we ain't let me go out. That's it. Alright, y'all, that's it. That's it. That's it. Alright, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I appreciate y'all coming on here, man. Alright, I got a fight coming up October 11th. mixed martial art fight, my second amateur fight. So I've been training. I've been rehabbing and recovering a left foot and left knee injury. So that's been fun and exciting. Still got 3 months of recovery after this fight, but we still about to fight. Weigh-ins are October 10th. I'm gonna have everything live streaming on the channel. I got a bunch of other stuff coming to the channel. We do Wake That Ass Up pretty much every day. We have fun. We talk about everything, and we enjoy ourselves. So if you're a person who like a motherfucker who gonna talk about some shit that's real and bring it to you like it is, motherfucker, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to subscribe, I also don't give a damn either. Okay, go ahead, go about your day. All right, I thank you for your services today. That's right. All right, y'all. I'm about to leave you with She Be Loving, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the ladies be loving. They be loving your boy. All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I'm out of here. Have a good one. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
She be loving.
Hey.
She be loving. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. From the bedroom, about to bring the heat. From the bedroom, about to bring the heat. That body be making my knees weak. Girl, pop up and ride it like Maserati. She shaking that booty like it's a hobby. She shaking that booty like it's a hobby. I'm loving the way she be calling me, Poppy. Hey, she be calling me Poppy, keep calling me Poppy. I'm calling her mommy. We ride the Bugatti, we ride my Ducati. We go to the lobby, I fuck in the lobby, we fuck in the lobby. Give me sloppy, sloppy in the bathroom. El Baño, about to go to the next bathroom, cause that's all what's busy. Damn, a nigga getting busy on these fucking beats. A nigga been busy, occupied over in the streets. Niggas don't understand me, but they ain't gotta understand me. Aprende, something like that though. Back to the east, cause y'all niggas learn slow. I'm cold like cold on that LA licking shit, and I'm about to start licking shit. She be loving, loving, loving. She be loving, loving. She be loving. Hey. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. She be loving that touch on me, suck on me, fuck on me. From the bedroom, about to bring the heat. From the bedroom, about to bring the heat. That body be making my knees weak. Girl, pop up and ride it like Maserati. She shaking that booty like it's a hobby. She shaking that booty like it's a hobby.
I'm loving the way she be calling me Poppy. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. Have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Man, I always enjoy myself. I love life. All right, y'all. I love y'all too. Thank y'all. All right, I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Wake that ass.